15. Brotherhood. This underrated American crime drama brings the heat with a solid mix of political intrigue and street-level gangland grit. The story focuses on two brothers. One's a rising politician, the other's neck-deep in organised crime, set in the tough streets of Providence, Rhode Island. You'll recognise Jason Isaacs, the British actor who absolutely nails his role as Michael Caffey, the gangster brother trying to rebuild his empire after a long absence. 14. Fear. This one's a hidden gem that's flown under the radar. Set in Brighton's gangland scene, Fear delivers a gritty, no-nonsense look at the criminal underworld on the south coast. It's raw, realistic, and doesn't rely on flashy production to tell its story. 13. Mocro Maffia. This Dutch crime drama is a raw and unrelenting look at the brutal realities of Amsterdam's drug underworld. Inspired by true events, Mocro Maffia tells the story of three childhood friends, Romano, Potlude, and De Paus, who rise to power in the coke trade, only to be torn apart by betrayal, greed, and ambition. 12. The Take. If you're a fan of gritty British crime dramas, The Take is an absolute must. This 4-part series delivers a raw, unflinching look at London's underworld, and Tom Hardy steals the show as Freddie Jackson, a volatile, violent gangster fresh out of prison. Hardy's performance is electric, mixing charm and menace in a way only he can. 11. Ozark. Ozark is a modern crime masterpiece. It follows Marty Bird, Jason Bateman, a financial planner who's forced to launder money for a Mexican drug cartel after a deal goes wrong. Relocating his family to the Ozarks, Marty has to build a new operation while dodging law enforcement, local criminals, and the cartel itself. 10. Underbelly. If you're after true crime with an Australian twist and like authentic dramas about real events, Underbelly is the box set for you. Based on real events, this series covers decades of Australia's most infamous gangland wars, criminal empires, and violent power struggles. Each season focuses on a different era or gangland figure, from the Melbourne Underworld wars to drug kingpins and corrupt cops. 9. Kin. This Irish crime drama packs a serious punch, offering a gritty and emotional look at gangland Dublin. It's centred on the Kinsellers, a small-time crime family who get in way over their heads after a war erupts with a powerful drug cartel. 8. Peaky Blinders. This one had to make the top 10. It follows the Shelby family, a razor-wielding gang led by the cool and calculating Thomas Shelby, played by Cillian Murphy. It's all about power, betrayal, and dodgy deals as the Shelbys rise through the criminal underworld. 7. Top Boy. This is the ultimate modern British gangland box set, raw, real, and unapologetically authentic. Top Boy takes you deep into the heart of London's estates, where drugs, violence, and survival rule the streets. It follows Deshane, Ashley Walters, and Sully, Kano, as they fight to build and control their drug empire while navigating betrayals, police pressure, and rival crews. 6. Gomorrah. This Italian series takes you into the dark heart of the Neapolitan mafia, the Gomorrah. Forget glamour, Gomorrah is raw, violent, and chillingly real. It follows the power struggles of rival clans in Naples, with a focus on the Savastano family's brutal empire. 5. Sons of Anarchy. This is gangland drama with a twist, trading city streets for the dusty back roads of California. Sons of Anarchy pulls you deep into the chaotic world of the Sons of Anarchy MC, a close-knit outlaw biker gang running guns, battling rival crews, and struggling to protect their small-town stronghold of Charming. 4 Blocks. This German crime drama is one of the most underrated gems out there. Set in the rough streets of Berlin, it follows the Hamadi family, a Lebanese crime syndicate, as they fight to maintain control of their turf while dealing with betrayal, police pressure, and internal power struggles. 3. Love Hate. This Irish crime drama is one of my favourites of all time. It is as raw and unforgiving as they come. Set in the gritty streets of Dublin, Love Hate follows the lives of gangsters, drug dealers, and those caught in the fallout of organised crime. It's a brutal, no-holds-barred look at loyalty, betrayal, and the relentless cycle of violence in the city's underworld. The performances are top tier, with standout roles from Tom Vaughan Lawler as the ruthless and unpredictable Nidge, Robert Sheehan as Darren, and my favourite character, Fran, Peter Coonan. The show doesn't shy away from the realities of gangland life. It's gritty, shocking, and heartbreakingly real. If you're a fan of hard-hitting dramas with believable characters and high stakes, Love/Hate is a must-watch. It's one of Ireland's best exports, and a box set you'll binge through in no time. 2. The Wire. This is one of the kings of crime dramas, and a box set that redefined the genre. Set in Baltimore, The Wire takes a deep dive into the city's war on drugs, showing the game from every angle: the dealers, the police, the politicians, and the people caught in the crossfire. What makes The Wire special is its brutal honesty and realism. It doesn't glorify the streets. It shows the system for what it is: broken, complex, and unforgiving. From Stringer Bell, played by Idris Elba, to Omar Little, one of TV's greatest anti-heroes, the characters are as memorable as they are authentic. 1. The Sopranos, the undisputed king of gangland box sets. The Sopranos didn't just change TV, it set the gold standard for crime dramas. It follows Tony Soprano, James Gandolfini, a mob boss juggling the pressures of running a New Jersey crime family with his personal battles, including anxiety and therapy. What makes The Sopranos iconic is its mix of brutal gangland violence and deep, complex storytelling. It's about loyalty, betrayal, and power, but it's also about family, mental health, and the cost of living a life in the shadows. Gandolfini's performance as Tony is legendary, a perfect balance of menace and vulnerability that makes him one of the most memorable characters in TV history, with unforgettable moments, a stellar supporting cast, and a story that keeps you hooked until that final scene. The Sopranos is hands down the greatest gangland box set ever made. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out on a masterpiece.